And what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is today's Bitcoin, Chainlink, and Ethereum analysis video. So it appears while I was trying to get in some gains with a quick home workout, Bitcoin and some other altcoins have also been getting some gains in. So if you want to know anything about this, stay tuned. And welcome back, everybody. So I figured we could start off with the Mango dashboard because this will give you a good visual on what exactly is happening in the market right now, the crypto market primarily. Bitcoin did turn long 5 days ago, right? We will be going over Bitcoin first, but that's the first chart we're going to start off with because it did break something interesting this morning. Also, Ethereum USDT, which is also signaling a long, and however, this one did come in 21 days ago, right? This reversal trend signal did come in 21 days ago. Since then, for those of you who did catch it, you're up 20%. So good job on that. And of course, we will be going over Link USD for all our Link fanboys and fangirls. Now, this is something, guys, you don't see too often, right? Link is short while everything else is long. Usually Link is that leading indicator, but I figured this is that one outlier you don't see too often. But no, Link is short. Link is short. Now, this signal did come in a day ago. Now, this is something I want to go over because I feel like there are some key support levels that people ought to watch out for. Okay, so we will be going over Link because this is odd. Like Link USDT short while everything else is long. It's not something you see often. And what else? I also wanted to kind of go over trends that switched about a day ago. Okay, so now the market is looking rather bullish. Okay, in the interim. So let's go ahead and filter out some coins that just flip long. So let's go and look at long only trends. Markets, I believe. Let's just look at let's just stick to the USDT pairings, okay? USDT pairings and margin. Yeah, let's actually go and filter by margin only. Cool, so now these are all your USDT pairings that have flipped long and can be traded on margin. Cool, and now I want to filter by reverse state. So what just, received that long signal? So XRP USDT turned long yesterday, April 28th, and since then up 8.73%. Wow, this one moved really fast. And what else? So 1%, 3%, and 9% here, ETC. So I was just looking at Ethereum Classic, and man, this had a beautiful setup. Okay, now something that forced me to go and look at Ethereum Classic was actually Tommy G from the Mango Seed. This guy actually caught a sweet edge-to-edge on that Ichimoku cloud, right? That 12-hour Ichimoku cloud. He did use it. I'm not sure if he caught this on the Mango dashboard, but I know he was using the Mango Vine indicator. Just to show you a quick snippet, the guy's Tommy G has been killing it. Okay, he's been freaking killing it in the Mango Seed program. And just to give you guys a bit of background information, Tommy G is actually in the front lines of this entire COVID-19 business. So he's been doing that, and then he's been coming back and actively trading. Right? I mean, it can be easy. It's not that easy. But man, this guy, he works so hard. He works so damn hard, and he deserves this. But like I said, he did catch a sweet trade on Ethereum Classic. And yep, notice the Mango Vine indicator, right? So he has been actively using that. So no, this was a really sweet edge to edge on the cloud. I'm not sure if it's completed its edge to edge, but I know that it's got a little more oomph when I did do my analysis this morning. So this is Ethereum Classic, and yeah, guys, he made 9.7K in profits before bed. Man, he's on a roll. And a testament to how well he's been doing. Look at this. Made my salary in a month. Lol. Yeah, lol indeed, Tommy. Lol indeed. You don't hear that too often. But that was that. I mean, he deserves it. Good job, Tommy. We are very happy for you. And yeah, keep it going, man. You've been doing a splendid job. Okay, so that is that. Props to Tommy. And now let's get back onto the charts because Bitcoin is moving. So now for those of you who did catch catch our video from yesterday, it was a duo video with me and Sean. Some of you know that I did flip long, okay? My system did give me a long signal, so I took that and I have been building a small long position. And what do you know, we are seeing that continuation to the upside. My long signal went off as soon as Bitcoin closed over this major weekly level here at 7,532. By the way, for those of you who are not aware of the lines on my chart, all the white lines that I have here are my monthly levels, okay? And the gray lines are my weekly levels. Now, that's what I was looking for really in order to really solidify my long position to the upside in conjunction with my system that I have. Okay, now that is my edge that I will not disclose in this video, but this was what I was looking for, and that was a strong close even though we were up against major monthly resistance. I said, no, nothing doing. I'm just going to take it over here, okay? My system has gone off as well, so I will take it because I know from my back testing that in the long run, okay, in the long run, if I just follow the system, I will come out on top. And this is why, guys, it is so important to have a system. That way you keep your biases at bay. That way you don't let your emotions get in the way of your trading. Because more often than not, people do impose their biases on the chart. And that's not what we're here for, right? We're here to, well, follow price action. We just want to make sure we are on the right side of the market. Okay, so and that's where your system kicks in to tell you that, hey, this is what price wants to do here. Okay, my job is only to take that signal to follow what price is telling me, okay, what my system is telling me. So my system actually went off here. It gave me a long signal. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to start building a small long position. So what I built it on was on the daily. If you just pan on over to the daily time frame, I was looking at how price was reacting off of these levels. Now, these are major levels. Just look at how price has reacted off of it, even on the daily time frame. Remember, these are all monthly and weekly levels, right? But they do have importance even on those lower time frames. You will notice this if you just plot it on your chart. Now, this was at 7,550, and I was noticing how price was kind of resilient there. And as soon as we took that out, okay, now this was the close, that weekly close. I'm like, okay, damn, okay, I need to start building a long position. My system went off as well. And now on 27th April, as soon as we closed a daily candle over this horizontal right here at 7,740, and we got supported the next day, I started adding more to my long position. This was yesterday, guys. So we closed really, really well on that last daily close, okay? We got supported right off that 7,740 region. By the way, guys, if this is not testament to how well price reacts off of the horizontals, I don't know what is, okay? Just look at this. This is so neat. We break, beautiful retest, okay? We closed above, clear signal, and then continuation to the upside. And this is what I usually talk about when I'm looking for those retests, break, retest, continuation, right? Very, very easy trade to manage, extremely easy trade to manage, because if this did break to the downside, chances are it was going to get a retest of this resistance and then further continuation to the downside. Okay, however, what do you know? We got supported there, closed over, good trade to manage, pump to the upside. But now question is, where does this go? Now, I will cover a bullish and a bearish case. However, note that as price action stands right now, okay, the bulls have the edge. Okay, especially with how candles have been closing over some major levels. I do believe the bulls have the edge. But here's the first bullish case. So if you pan on over to your 1 hour, I don't usually trade the 1 hours. I've stopped trading the lower time frames for some time because of the amount of, you know, wick action that we have on here. It is very, very easy to get wicked out of your trades if you are someone playing those lower time frames, right? So because of that, I decided to stay out. I did not want to spend too much time managing the trade. So now this was a symmetrical triangle that has been playing out since the 27th of April. Okay, so this has been at play for some time. And this was the measured move, okay? And I do believe we just met the measured move. And yeah, I mean, give or take, right? So I do believe that Bitcoin did manage to meet that measured move. So this was the highest wick over here was sitting at around 7,978. So from the forecasted measured move to the high of that wick, that's about 0.25%, good enough for me. Okay, so but I was noticing that. I noticed that we did break out, so this did meet its measured move. However, guys, this was one small pattern that was at play since the 27th. However, there's a bigger one, okay, that is at play, that has been at play since Bitcoin made its move all the way down to 3K. Okay, now I know you're probably thinking about it already. It was that nice, beautiful rising wedge. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to turn on my lines to, well, put on that rising wedge, right? So that's that. And there we go. So I have that on my chart right now. Let's pan on out to the daily time frame. Now, this was the rising wedge that everyone was looking at, including myself. Okay. Of course, I'm pattern queen, so I have to spot these patterns. However, I always tell you guys something, which is this only becomes a bearish pattern after the break of the pattern to the downside. Before that, guys, this is not a bearish pattern, and this is a good sort of example of where bullish price structure actually leads to continuation. So what we saw over here with this rising wedge was higher lows and higher highs, right? And what do you know? Price was resilient at this line of resistance here. I'm just gonna go ahead, zoom in. Price was resilient. We closed over, beautiful retest on that last daily close, and then continuation to the upside. So that was a bullish close that we had last night. So I was looking at that, and I do believe that this could, if this does break to the upside, we could see this pattern meet the measured move to the upside. Okay, however, where does this pattern take us if this does break to the upside? So let's go ahead and, well, check that out. So I'm saying right here, plot it, and say we break today. Okay, say this daily candle actually closes over that trend line. Okay, and guys, notice how even there's a top trend line. So there's a bottom trend line. However, there is also a top trend line. Okay, breaking this to the upside is basically Bitcoin breaking a trend to the upside. Okay, and I'm looking at that right now. And so if you look at the measured move from the break to the upside all the way to the measured move, it comes up to this monthly resistance right here, sitting at around 9,500. Okay, now I do believe this has confluence with some weekly levels. So if you pan on over to your weekly, okay, put on your Ichimoku cloud. By the way, for those of you who are not aware of the Ichimoku cloud settings we use here at Mango, it is the double settings. That's 20, 60, 120, 30. You can view it here on the right hand side corner of my screen on that under data window. Okay, 20, 60, 120, 30. So if you notice, the measured move is actually in line with the bottom of the Ichimoku cloud. So I'm thinking that if we manage to take out some major points of resistance like this weekly level right here at around 8,500, if we start closing candles above that, we could very well see price come up to test the bottom of that cloud. However, right now, guys, that is a far shot. We will have to see how price reacts off of its most sort of immediate points of resistance. And at least on those higher time frames right now, we not only have this weekly resistance right here at around 8,500, we also have the weekly Kijun. Okay, but what I will be anticipating actually is, since we have already taken out the 21 EMA, and if we manage to close the next weekly candle over 7,750, I am looking for a good C-span trade to be met on that weekly time frame, right? So from the Tenkin all the way up to the Kijun, which is also sitting at 8.8K. Okay, that's the least I will be expecting from Bitcoin if we manage to have a beautiful weekly close on that next close. So I'm looking for a close over 7,725. Now, this is a more bullish case. Could Bitcoin have further continuation from here? Maybe, okay, maybe. I do not know. We will have to wait on additional price action to really come up with a better forecast for this. But right now, these are the more immediate high time frame levels that we have in front of us. And why did I bring this up, guys, is because from that hourly symmetrical triangle that we had right here, right? Now, the measured move does point Bitcoin all the way up to 7,981, which we have already met. However, what I'm saying is that if price does end up closing around this region, we will also be breaking this rising wedge to the upside. Okay, that will be a clear close over the rising wedge. And that's what I am looking for. There is confluence there. That is one pattern leading into the break of another pattern. So watch out for that. These are the key levels that I have. The first one being 8,400, first one on the weekly, second one 8.8K, and third one also the measured move to the upside, bottom of the weekly cloud, 9.5K. Okay, so that is that for Bitcoin. Now that was Bitcoin on the more bullish case. So if we're looking for a more bearish case for Bitcoin, just pan on over to the monthly. Now this is important because we do close a monthly candle in a day. Okay, so we are on, this is April 29th. We do close a monthly candle in one day. So cool. Now what everyone has been looking for is whether or not Bitcoin closes below the monthly 21 EMA. Allow me to switch off all my horizontals, that way you have a better kind of visual. But no, people were actually looking for Bitcoin to hold that monthly 21 EMA as resistance, sitting at around 7,370, give or take. But what do you know? We're about 7% off right now. That's right. So price is currently at 7,946. To get back down to the monthly 21 EMA, Bitcoin needs to come down. We need a drawdown of 7.28% in a matter of a day. Could Bitcoin do that? Sure, maybe. I mean, this is Bitcoin. If it can do something like this in a matter of hours, I don't see why it can't lose 7% on the candle in 24 hours, right? So, but that's something that I would watch out for this monthly to turn ugly and for the bears to really get an edge, okay, over the bulls in the shorter time frame. I will be looking for the monthly candle to close underneath that 21 EMA. Okay, if we do close underneath that 21 EMA, this will suddenly turn into an extremely bearish candle. Okay, and at which point I will be looking for further continuation to the downside. Okay, now that's what I have on the monthly. That's the only thing I'll be looking for to change my outlook from bullish to bearish. But now for the interim, I am leaning bullish. Okay, I am, as I've said, I am building a small long position here. So now this is what I have for you for Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and pan over to Ethereum, because from my last video with you guys where I did cover Ethereum, I told you that I was looking for price for the weekly to close over 190 for us to see further continuation to the upside. So did we close over 190? So now this was also in line with that Tenkin, right? There was a lot at 190, which I was telling you about. It had confluence on some major levels. Oops. On from the daily going all the way up to that weekly time frame. So as you can see, that 190 region was the weekly, right? This also had some confluence on the 4-day, I believe. Pan on over to the 4-day. And yeah, that was the Kijun as well as the Tenkin. If I just switch off my lines, you'll see it right here, right? Tenkin Kijun sitting right there. 3-day also, I believe we had some significance there. Yep, that is the 3-day Kijun. Just look at that, right? 2-day, was there anything there? I'm just going to plot my 2-day. Was there anything there? And put that on, and yep, that was the 2-day Kijun as well. So you get the picture right now, I'm sure. But no, that was what I was looking for. I said, okay guys, if the weekly closes there, chances are we're coming all the way up to this weekly region right here at around 249. However, we will have a stutter stop at around 211. So this is the next major resistance overhead on Ethereum's chart, 211. If ETH closes a candle over this region, I will be looking for continuation all the way up to 250. Okay, that is going to be the next major point of resistance. And this is what I was telling you guys about in my last video. Every time Ethereum actually takes out a major level, right, chances are we get a retest, which we did, and then further continuation. Just look at that. Look at how neat that is. I'm going to switch off my diagonals here, just so you have a better view. Where is that? There we go. Okay, so this is it right here, and notice that we broke, beautiful retest, continuation to the upside, and I am looking for further continuation all the way up to $211 for Ethereum. Now this is not a small range, guys. While it looks small, it is not a small range. Okay, from here all the way up to this point is 12%. If we break this to the upside, the next major weekly level, okay, besides the Kijun, of course, if let's just say we're only playing support and resistance, this is about 31% to the upside. These are big profitable ranges to be had. Okay, so and guys, one thing I've noticed, Ethereum plays very well off of horizontals. Like, it's like a dream. It trades like a dream on horizontals. It is insane. Just look at this. Right? So you break, retest, down to the next range, break, retest, up to the next range. Like, it's insane. Like, it just plays out so well. If there's anything that I would play Ethereum on, it's just support and resistance. Like, you can make so much money just doing that. But that's what I'm looking for Ethereum is looking extremely bullish right now. I don't have anything much to say on the chart except for next point of resistance only at 211. However, if we break that, I will be expecting further continuation all the way up to 250. That's going to be a massive trade to be had. And more often than not, it works out, and I will be taking a trade on that if we close over. That's going to be a 17% to the upside. Okay, remember, close over, I usually wait on the retest and then further continuation to the upside. Just look at it right here. Close over, continuation. Right? We came here, met support, and then continuation back up to the top of the range. And this is what I mean, beautiful, beautiful trades to be had on Ethereum, just simply based on support and resistance. But nope, that's what I'm looking for on ETH. Let's move on to Link and see what Link is up to. Link USD. Now remember from our dashboard that I pulled up earlier, Link is actually in a short signal. Although I think that this could flip long, okay, we could start making a bullish turn given that certain signals are met. Now, the first one I will be looking for, okay, is going to be Link USD taking out, or rather taking back, the daily 10 simple moving average. All right, now what is making me question this is the mere fact that everything else is, is looking good. A lot of other charts are looking good, including, well, Bitcoin. So, and Link is never usually a laggard. More often than not, it is actually a leading indicator, right? So I'll be very, very careful here. So what I'm noticing is that price is resilient on that daily 10 simple moving average. Okay, and as you can see, price is currently hovering over the daily 10 simple moving average. However, on that last close, we did get rejected on it. So if we manage to take it back on, well, tomorrow's close, I am looking for further continuation to the upside. Okay, now the first point of resistance is going to be at $3.80. If we close over it, that is if and only if we close over it, I will be looking for a more bullish move to the upside, meeting the next point of resistance at $4.04, at which point this bearish pattern, okay, this rising wedge that I have been looking at, will be negated. Okay, so if we close over, the first zone is $3.80, this pattern gets negated. All right, so but the first signal for us actually moving up is if Bitcoin manages to take back that daily 10 simple moving average. If we do not take back the daily 10 simple moving average, and we do get rejected on that for the second time, I will be looking for continuation to the downside, meeting this next point of resistance at $3.42, which is also in line with the daily Tenkin as well as the daily 21 EMA. Okay, so there's a lot of confluence there. And I do believe that will still be a good trade to be had, considering, I mean, it is the daily 21 EMA. It's just going to be such an easy trade to manage, not only because it's the daily 21 EMA, but because there's a lot of confluencing levels there. 21 EMA, Tenkin, as well as major horizontal. Easy trade to manage. And that's why you notice this wick here. Price came down here and hell, it got eaten back up like crazy, right? That was a bullish candle. That was a bullish buyback. So that's something I'll be watching out for. And notice another thing that I'll be noticing is that this rising wedge could potentially even turn into a bullish pattern. The bullish pattern being a potential ascending triangle. And we know how much Link loves ascending triangles, right? Just triangles in general, actually, because notice how we broke out of this beautiful symmetrical one, which met its measured move, right? Got rejected there, and we've been hovering in that range since. So if this manages to play out, I'll be looking for this ascending triangle to come to play. Okay, but right now the markets are looking too bullish for Link to be a laggard. So watch out on how price closes relative to that daily 10 simple moving average, because I do believe that that will set the tone for Chainlink. If we get rejected, the next point of support is only sitting here at around $3.42, and mind you, that is a very, very strong region of support. Okay, if we break this to the downside, the next major zone is only at $2.96. That'll be quite a significant sort of drop to the downside from, the daily 21 all the way to this next point of support is a 13% to the downside. However, I feel that we have more of an edge to, start closing candles over the daily 10 simple moving average. And that's what I will be looking at for the next daily close on Link. Where do we close relative to the 10 SMA? Because like I said, that will set the tone. On the lower time frame, say 4 hour, what are we doing on the 4 hour? It's looking bullish. I mean, look at that. We're about to get a bullish 10 SMA over the 21 EMA cross. The cloud is green. And that was one more thing I noted on the daily. Going back to the daily Ichimoku cloud actually turned green. So it's, I think it'll be too premature to call this bearish for now. Okay, so I don't want to get ahead of myself there. I'm actually going to get rid of these diagonals just to take out any sort of bias, okay? Allow me to just do that. I'm just going to have my horizontals and the Ichimoku cloud. And notice how this wick here did not take out this low here. So the structure is still bullish. Okay, the overall structure of Link USD on the daily time frame is still bullish despite this candle here, despite several other factors, especially the fact that it's not moving with the rest. Okay, this is not bearish yet. For Link USD to turn bearish on a more structural standpoint, we are looking for price to now take out this wick low here, sitting at $3.46. Until and unless it does that, this picture is still in neutral zone. Okay, if we close over the 10 SMA, that's going to be a good picture for Link. If we close over the $3.80 level on the daily time frame, that's going to be even better for the bulls. Okay, the next line of resistance is only going to be here at around $4.04, give or take. And yeah, that's what I'll be looking for on Link USD. I mean, and I feel like that is actually going to dictate what Link BTC does as well. Okay, so watch out for the Link. If there's any Link pairing that you ought to be looking at, if you are someone who is aggressively playing Link, I suggest looking at Link USD because this will paint the picture for you. Okay, and yeah, guys, that's all I have for you for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Chainlink. Right now, I mean, Bitcoin and Ethereum are looking good. I feel like the probability is leaning more bullish than bearish. Link, I believe, if it does take out the 10 SMA, which appears that it wants to take out for the next daily close, I think the picture on Link could also turn bullish very, very fast. Okay, and yeah, guys, this is all I have for you for today. With this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way, guys. Ciao.